During the third millennia, in a strange place known as the United States of America, a war was brewing. Brainwashed Marxist idiots in colleges across the nation clashed with equally brainwashed, anime-obsessed neo-Nazis. Starbucks windows were shattered, Dodge Challengers were totaled, and Muslims realized that rental vans were cheaper than plane tickets. Skinny, anemic millennials from coast to coast were hospitalized with life-changing injuries such as sprains and first-degree burns. And the heroic knights of 4chan rose up to defeat Shia LaBeouf and drive the evil villain into a descent towards a madness the likes from which he would never recover. As the enemies of freedom destroy the cities that raised them, as America begins to resemble an Iron Maiden album come to life, two heroes have risen up to fight against the culture of utter madness and restore sanity the only way they know how, by refusing to take any of it seriously. Mersh.
And I said, hey, oi, let's chop your penis off. Oi, can I have me penis back? Why do you have dreadlocks, you white oppressor?
Royce Lopez.
Always be aborting. A, always, B, aborting. Always be aborting.
Breaking news.
Breaking news, guys.
You're hearing it only on our show first. Apparently Donald Trump has worked out a deal. He will get the wall. Unfortunately, it's going to be a rock climbing wall.
Oh, no! The other side's going to be a slide. You climb the wall up and you just
lands into a nice, clean, chlorinated pool. And then you immediately get a welfare check. Fucking A.
Oh, shit. He was a boy, he went to girl, now he wants to be a boy again.
Oh, God, just stay a girl if you're going to be this indecisive.
I think Caitlyn Jenner's a handsome woman with a great penis. Look, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with trannies. I just don't want to put that one's cock in my mouth.
Bound forever by their mutual love of smoking marijuana, Simpsons references and affection towards Alex Jones, these two men have joined forces to bring you uncut news and opinions directly from the belly of the beast. Saving Western civilization one childish dick joke at a time, here they are, your new heroes of the Imperium, Mersh and Royce Lopez.
Howdy, folks. Commence the jiggling. It is Wednesday, September 12th, 2018, in the year of our Lord. Welcome aboard Revenge of the Sis. Mike Sheely, Royce Lopez, joining you for this midweek action. Of course, coming off the heels of the infamous 9/11 anniversary, a day that will live in infamy. And, of course, now we go from the day that freedom died to the day that memeing died, September 12th. 2018, R.I.P. Freedom of speech, I guess, huh?
Never forget, from Wired, the EU has passed Article 13, but Europe's meme war is far from over. The EU has passed Article 13, its controversial meme-killing law, with very few amendments, but copyright enthusiasts shouldn't get too chirpy. The European Parliament has voted to pass the EU's copyright directive. Doesn't it sound like... Copyright directive sounds like something you would program into RoboCop.
Yeah, it really does.
Protect Chinese copyright.
That's it. Just you are not authorized to view this NFL game or rebroadcast this NFL game. Die, scum. Just like, all right, but you can't shoot him with an automatic pistol.
This is when things get messy. Over the last few months, today's vote had been portrayed as a decisive battle over the future of the internet as we know it. Whether you believe it's an R.E.M. song.
Henry Chanowski in the chat wants to know, what the hell is a copyright enthusiast? It really sounds weird.
Well, I am actually from the...
Don't even get me started. Like your first
I'm
Tinder date.
I'm a long line of copyright enthusiasts in my family.
Like, could you imagine if you're on a first Tinder date with a girl and you're talking to her and she's like, so, like, what are your interests? Oh, don't even get me started on copyright law. I could go on for days.
Did you know that Disney had to change copyright law to keep their Steamboat Willie? Because after 75 years, they lose their right. Were you aware of that?
Was it too late to go back in and swipe left? Or how does that... I'm going to go.
So anyway, China got in trouble for that movie You've Got Mail with Tom Hanks. It was a big to-do.
Okay, I don't care about any... Do you do anything? Do you have any interests? Do you actually go to... You know a lot about movie copyrights. Do you actually go see any movies?
Not a big fan. However, I can quote to you the entire FBI warning before every VHS tape.
But you don't go to the movies?
Warning, federal law provides severe criminal penalties.
You thought people that are obsessed with trains were autistic.
I'm a copyright enthusiast.
By the way, sorry, I know the SPLC is monitoring us. I meant no offense to people with an autistic background. I certainly meant no way. It's just a joke. We like to have a little fun around here. That's all.
I was a makeup blogger.
You just blurted out like Tourette's. N-word. Oh, I'm sorry. I couldn't help myself. I'm a hardcore white supremacist.
You fucking idiots.
I'm not letting that go.
Over the last few months, today's vote has been portrayed as a decisive battle over the future of the internet. As we know it, whether to believe that or not, the vote revealed that what side of the debate you stood on. Yes.
Let's establish something here. You arrogant fucking bureaucratic cunts. No. You're not determining the future of the internet. Do you understand? The internet, it's going to be just fine. It's the EU that people will be determining the future of in the coming years. So I'm just saying, how very arrogant of them. This is going to change the internet. No, I have a feeling it's going to change the EU. That's all.
By the way, for everyone that was all like, net neutrality, man, this is what happens when you let a government get involved with your fucking internet.
Every time the government goes, we need to make this more fair, we're going to step in. Just go, yeah, fuck off with that, please.
We have been here before. The directive was originally rejected in a vote in July, following an energetic opposition campaign orchestrated by prominent technologists and internet grandees, including the inventor of the World Wide Web, Sir Tim Berners-Lee, and Wikipedia founder Jimmy Walls. Far from being killed, though, the legislation was simply recessioned, with the MEPs putting forward over 100 amendments. So here we are. The main points of contention are that the Director's Article 11 and Article 13, which detractors have dubbed respectively the hyperlink tax and upload filter.
This just sounds all so European.
Yeah. Article 11 would require... Well, no, Muslims aren't raping people. Article 11 would require... Oh, no, there it is, Article 10. Sorry. Didn't read the Article 10. Article 11 would require internet companies to pay news outlets for hosting their content on their platform. While this has been welcomed by some news corporations, others suggested that this would force social media companies such as Facebook, Google, and Twitter to pay news organizations in order to feature as little as 2 words or a hyperlink from their news stories. Article 11 states that publishing insubstantial parts of the press publication should not be subject to the norm, but fails to give a clear definition of what insustainable boils down to. Does it mean hyperlink, snippet, a sentence, a word? Recent amendments aimed at introducing exceptions for private and non-commercial individuals' sharings of links and hyperlinks, and also left some critics underwhelmed, mainly because most people share links on the internet platforms, which would still have to comply with this directive. Article 13 is, if possible, even more controversial, earning himself the reputation of meme killer. It sounds like a Fallout perk.
That actually does sound like a cool nickname, though.
Yeah.
He was known as the meme killer. He walks in the swinging saloon doors.
It would require web giants to automatically filter copyrighted material, songs, images, and videos uploaded on their platform, unless it had been specifically licensed. Despite its divisiveness, the piece of legislation passed by 438 votes to 226, with 39 abstaining.
You guys are, hey, Europe. I don't know if you know this or not, right? You understand that the EU isn't your boss, right? It's like the EU is a perfect example of like an unelected body just kind of coming in and assuming they can tell you what to do. Like, you understand? If somebody just walked in this room right now and started barking orders at us, we would just fuck him up.
Yeah,
drag him out of his house. Who are you? Who even are you? How do you just How do you let like a government that's not even your government take money from your government and then make laws in your government? Holy shit.
The most furious lobbying efforts focused on this article, with musicians, artists, and authors coming out strongly in favor of the rule, and technology companies such as YouTube warning against its dangers. Concerns include filters blocking of non-copyrighted material by accident, pretextual copyright claims, and by copyright trolls, and the crowding out of smaller websites which cannot afford expensive filter software to keep their platform compliant. Even if meme-saving provision was put forward, protecting the right to share material for parody purposes, some objected that the kind of AI-powered algorithms most likely to carry out the filtration operation would not be able to recognize memes. Although Facebook seems interested in training its AI to do just that, yes, it does recognize memes. Facebook AI recognizes memes as we speak. I mean, sometimes you'll post something on Facebook, and it won't even let you post it now because it'll recognize what it is.
Oh, yeah. We're already in that.
Yeah.
We're already going into this realm where it's just forget it. You're going to think it and be we're Minority Report. We're getting close. We're getting close to where you're just going to think about shooting somebody and like you're going to get surrounded by cops.
That's what that Neuralink stuff that fucking, hey, you want to see my samurai sword, Elon?
Hang on, bro. This is from 15th century. Yeah, my car. Sorry, I do a lot of LSD and pills, and I don't sleep a lot. My car can dance ballet.
That's cool. Can you make any Model 3s, though? Did you guys listen? We had a lot of radio to listen to on the way up, and we listened to the Elon Musk Joe Rogan. Oh, my God.
Yo, Elon, nigga, sip some water with your dry mouth ass. It was, dude, if I had to hear...
Yeah. It was, and it just turned into a bunch of rich billionaire kids showing off their toys. Like, he brought a flamethrower for Joe Rogan to have, and Joe Rogan's like, that's samurai swords from the 1500s.
It really is just like two kids that are super rich from spoiled families hanging out. It's like, look at my stuff, man.
It was just ridiculous.
And Joe Rogan, man, if I hear one more person say he's smart, I will put a bullet in that person. He's not.
But I don't think anybody says he's smart anymore, do they? I mean, they can't possibly.
Chris D'Elia said he was smart in a video.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
No, he's not smart.
Look up. Chris D'Elia says Joe Rogan should run for president.
Joe Rogan is smart in the fucking same way Anthony Cumia was smart about World War II stuff.
They're not people. Why am I fired?
I don't know. So somebody put this together. I think it's worth playing. This is just called Joe, It's Entirely Possible Rogan. Ready?
Oh, good.
You ready? It's just 14 seconds, but it's worth it.
It's entirely possible.
Okay, that's actually,
dude.
I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming, and I was like, oh no, this took some effort.
one more time. We'll play.
It's entirely possible.
It's so fucking creepy and funny. I mean, to be fair though, like I love hating on shitting on Rogan sometimes, but that's not fair because every one of us has a tick.
No, you're right.
That somebody could just do that with.
Anthony, where the fuck's my gun, Cumia? They said in the chat.
That would be, it's in the custody of New York State.
He doesn't really show them off anymore, does he?
Because he doesn't have them.
By the way, shout out to the guy's name is Porcelain, the guy who did the Norn documentary?
Yes, Porcelain, Porsalin.
It's called The Worm Turned.
It's got now 70,000 views.
Yes, and it's and that guy is really good. British dude did a documentary, a little documentary about Jim Norton, and it's definitely worth watching. It's really well done, and Mike's in it twice. But yeah, Porcelain's it's really well done.
I thought about that the other day when I rewatched that. Mm-hmm. Remember when Club Soda Kenny came out and screamed my name on the air?
Yes.
I was trying to I know who you are. It took me a while, but only until now did I realize that means that they spent the entire day after the first prank call trying to figure out who I was. Like, they were so annoyed that they knew the second time Kenny snapped and said, so that means I just realized I ruined his entire day for 24
course you did.
hours. It was amazing. Oh, no, it was because I called him in the afternoon the one day and then right in the morning the next day. So I ruined 2 days of his, really, technically. Fuck Jimmy.
Well, good news, Mike. Michael B. Jordan reportedly could replace Henry Cavill. Cavill? Is that how you say it? Cavill? Cavill?
Cavill? I don't know.
In the Superman franchise.
So we was Kryptonians, basically?
We was Kryptonians.
We was Kryptonians.
Now we're going to make a distinction
It's
here.
even a K word. Like, it's we was Kangs, we was Kryptonians.
So we're going to make a distinction here. We're okay with Idris Elba playing James Bond.
So does that mean all Kryptonians are black? Oh, I am told. I was never against Idris Elba playing Bond.
However, there is no source material to have Superman be a black dude with a Chicago accent.
Well, don't start, because then the Spurgs are going to start yelling at you. It's no source material for Black Bond. Ian Fleming drew him as a white man. They'll start. I'm just telling you.
That's fair.
Because I understand you're not a huge Bond guy. You're a comic guy.
I'm not.
But they're going to give you that same argument.
All right, let's back up a bit.
But can I make my argument?
Sure.
In 2018, in intelligence community, first of all, there are black. I don't know if you know this, guys, but there are black people all throughout British society. It's kind of the way it worked out. Black people in an intelligence field, right? Like going to like the Middle East and like infiltrating a terrorist organization, or like going to Morocco and blending in, like. Did you know that it actually is better?
He's right.
To send a black or brown person with your nationality background. So it's stupid, to say, Black Bond, man. They probably, look, if somebody stole a laser and they were going to blow up the moon with it, right? And they were in fucking North Africa, they'd probably get a British guy who looked Arab or black, and sent them so that he blends in. So I'm okay with that. Black Superman is fucking retarded.
It is very, very. Now, here's what's going on, by the way.
Do we get to take also another argument. Was anyone annoyed when they let Samuel L. Jackson be Nick Fury?
I was not, and I'll explain why.
Neither was I.
Okay, perfect. You weren't, because neither was I. And I'll explain why it wasn't. Number one, he was really great at the role.
He really did a good job.
Let's start with that.
He really did. He changed the fucking role.
So the other thing,
he changed the embodiment of Nick Fury.
The other thing is that they based that Nick Fury off of the Ultimate Marvel universe, in which that Nick Fury was actually black, and the artist who did it modeled him after Sam Jackson. I believe in the Ultimate Universe they modeled Captain America after a young Brad Pitt, and so that's what they look like in the comics. But here's what they're talking about with Michael B. Jordan. They wouldn't reboot Superman. They wouldn't just replace Henry with, by the way, Michael B. Jordan, not bring any attention to it. They want to change.
That would be funny. What if they did just reboot it? They just brought back.
Look, I'll be honest with you. I would say that would be kind of funny.
And everyone actually nothing happened.
They
make minor comments like Ben Affleck will pop in the frame and be like, "Hey, did you put on weight?
Yeah,
look good, man. Look like you're going to the gym. Anyway, later.
Did you get a tan?" But it's not like when they changed what's her face, Rachel, and from The Dark Knight to The Dark Knight Returns, where nobody gave a shit. That was a minor character.
And for everybody whining in the chat room, oh, they should make Blade white. They already did that. It was called Van Helsing.
You idiots. And it sucked, by the way. It wasn't a good movie.
And by the way, Blade, Van Helsing's not white Blade. Blade was just black Van Helsing. So just, you know what I mean? It doesn't always apply. Mm-hmm. But yeah, Black Superman is pretty dumb in my opinion.
It is dumb.
So by the way, I'm just curious. Strap in SPLC for a joke. You're probably going to write this down in your little notebook, but I guess it's because is everybody on Krypton going to be black?
Well, here's what it is.
Because that would, because they're powered by the sun,
well,
right?
It's going to be called Space Wakanda.
A Space Wakanda.
And also, I was actually listening to Jimmy the Greek, and he says the Black Kryptonian.
He's a stronger athlete, especially when he's in the sun. Now, I'm just curious because Superman gets his powers from the sun, and all the Kryptonians are black. So now we're going to retcon and explain why no Africans own any homes that have any roofs or walls.
You see, when you say stuff
Because they
like
want to
that,
keep their powers.
no, I know what you're saying.
Go on.
No, I got it. You don't need to explain it.
There is no difference. It's the dance. I'm sorry, guys. Hey, stop. Stop it.
Henry Cavill, by the way, is going to go work on the Witcher TV series for Netflix.
Who else is this motherfucker going to play other than Superman? Henry Cavill was literally
He was
Superman.
He was the new bad guy in the new Mission Impossible movie.
When fucking Henry Cavill was in high school, he went to his guidance counselor, and his guidance counselor said, "You better land the Superman role because
What
that's
else are you
all
gonna
you
do?
can do in life. You are just Clark Kent."
Why don't they bring Brandon Routh back? Remember Brandon Routh?
No.
He's the one that played Superman in the Superman.
Why don't we just
Returns?
clone Christopher Reeve and bring him back? Ironically, probably using stem cells.
That's a full fucking circle of life right there.
Oh, shit. That'd be fucking. They clone Christopher Reeve with stem cells, and the first thing the clone says is, "I fucking told you guys, these things are amazing."
Yeah, it's just gonna be really funny when they have to pick him when he lands on Earth in Smallville, Chicago, and they have to pick him, take him to the Kent projects.
How is this gonna work?
I don't know.
Or no, maybe I got it. I already figured it out. He will still land in regular Smallville,
Okay.
and then he'll be raised, by his parents, by his, his adopted
How about a foster
parents.
home? How about a
Hear me
foster
out.
care system?
Raised by his adopted parents. Same story.
White or black the parents though?
White, but
Okay,
hear me out.
okay.
Hear me out on this.
Okay.
Same story as even the show Smallville.
Okay.
And then he pulls a Colin Kaepernick and he completely betrays them for no reason and just decides, nah, bro, I'm black. I'm going to grow an afro out, dog. Kneel for the anthem, bang transsexuals, all that shit. Oh, we'll get to that later, Colin.
Wait a second. What?
We'll get to that later, Colin Kaepernick. Oh, I said that to you. Colin Kaepernick was banging a tranny, according to the tranny. And I mean, the press, the leftist press is running with it. So it's not like Breitbart's trying to assassinate his character. It was like the Daily Mail. Yeah.
Oh, I believe you.
I sent it to you today, and the thing. I don't think you get to see the previews or the
Transgender model Mia Isabella confirms Colin Kaepernick relationship. 49ers quarterback remains silent.
Gee, I wonder why.
Transgender model Mia Isabella.
Tranny nationalism underlying is saying in the fucking.
And yeah, no, Kaepernick hasn't said anything about it.
Gee, imagine my shock. Paper map behind me.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
By the way,
indeed.
passable. Look, we got to give
Listen,
credit though.
good-looking tranny, but hey, buddy.
I'm not.
As far as I know, you're married, and you've been married for a minute. I don't know. That's a lot of makeup, contouring, and hair. Nope. Without all that makeup and stuff on.
This just since she's going to play Supergirl.
Does trannies do this thing with the cheeks? You notice that? They do like this Pat Benatar.
The tranny athlete has a high cheekbone.
The tranny athlete does their makeup like guys from the band Winger. So it looks like they have high cheekbones and high bones up there on their cheeks, but in reality, they are dudes. Without all that makeup and shit, and without that wig, it's a wig.
I know it's a wig.
But I'm just saying, like, I'm pointing out all of the things that are
Right.
just... Remember that scene in I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker?
Yeah.
When the chick takes off her contacts and in her hair, and then by the end she's taking off one of her legs and she's just a fucking mess. And well, that's basically the same thing with this one. And the problem is, guys, I don't know if you know this, right? But when you make out with a chick,
Dude.
I'm saying when we make out with with
okay.
real women, eventually a lot of that stuff will rub off in the process. You're going to end up with a very makeupless woman if you're, in the process. So at some point, this all starts getting all amiss, and you are just making out with a dude with really nice eyebrows. So I'm just saying, because you've done it. You ever make out with a chick who actually did a really good job with her makeup, but she's really kind of ugly, and then as it starts to come off, you're like, "Whoa,
Then
Jesus Christ!"
You start seeing all the zits that they try
What
to
are
cover
you, a
up.
fucking magician?
Yeah. I'm not even angry. I'm impressed.
Yeah. I mean,
at that point, you're like, hey, look, kudos to you.
But also, stop touching my dick too. You're just mashing it at this point.
So no comment from Colin Suckadick, huh?
Very. I thought he was very left. Lean. I thought he was fucking woke, dude.
He's still black, and the black people don't get.
This is not gonna help your standing, bro. Because now
it's not going to help his kneeling.
Every Black Lives Matter rally you go to now backstage, you're talking to other speakers, it's going to be back-to-back people going, "So, man, did you really fuck that tranny?"
You're right. You're so right.
They won't call you out in public, but everywhere you go now, you'll sit there with your little fucking index cards in Philly, getting ready for some speech one day, and it's good. D.L. Hughley or somebody is going to come up to you and be like, "Man, I ain't saying nothing, but you really fucking trannies?"
You're just making me miss Patrice again, Mike. You're making me miss Patrice again. Can you imagine if Patrice was around right now?
Oh my God, he wouldn't even judge either.
No, he wouldn't, but he would say it.
Yeah. Patrice banged trannies.
Yeah. Oh, that Brazil story? That's one of the all-time
He didn't
best.
do it regularly, but he had that story, and it wasn't made up.
Well, Mike, look, there's been a lot of divisiveness and a lot of... It's been a rough time lately for everybody out there,
Every time Royce can't think of a word, I want to scream a word that'll get us in trouble.
Don't!
I missed 10 years ago where you could actually just keep going with the gag and double down.
Yeah, keep going. But you can't do that. Hey, SPLC. We're just joking.
I was only joking.
I don't want another makeup blogger to get mad at me.
Remember the soundtrack? I was only joking.
Yes, I was actually looking at the SPLC thing, and I was looking at the chick who wrote it. Janik is her name.
Rachel Janik.
I looked. She wrote a couple things for. I know about the Invictus thing, but have you gone into other stuff she's written?
She writes she wrote clickbaity
Avengers movie stuff.
She wrote clickbaity little one-off articles that people write about celeb gossip and movies and stuff just to get people. Yeah, she's a nobody. She's an idiot. You should see the video of her in Invictus. She's a dumb. Hey, Rachel Janik. Look at me. You're a fucking dumb little lady. You're in over your head. Dude, watching her try to talk to him and get owned, and I was laughing. We were watching clips of it last night. I'm like, do you understand, you dumb hoe? You'd be in over your head with me, and I'd be in over my head arguing with Invictus.
Of course.
So it's and then I used the comparison of, I was like, Royce could probably easily kick my ass. We've always agreed Royce has the strength to kind of throw me around. So if I saw somebody who I could easily kick the shit out of, blowing up on Royce, I'd go, bro, you got to work your way up the circuit.
And the name of that man is Joey Gibson. Let's give him a name.
No, you know what would have happened if it really came to that? I would have fucked Joey Gibson up. He would have went over and ate popcorn and just kept an eye on it.
You're so right.
Strong over. Hey, stay back.
Back up.
Stay back.
Hammy standing there holding your watch.
like some Puerto Rican chick from the Bronx taking all my rings off. Yo, hold my shit. This bitch. This bitch. Takes 10 minutes to get it all off. Hold my ankle bracelet. Hold my ankle monitor.
Oh, fuck.
As long as you stay within 4 feet of me, it's still legal. I can take it off.
I was rewatching it, by the way. I was rewatching some of it today. And because we saw it again yesterday, but we weren't really listening to it because Hammy was on. But when you were just saying, "Go bang a tranny, Joey! Go bang a tranny, Joey!" Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
I was really fucking in his face about that. Fuck. It's just funny when I know something that gets to you because you did it.
Yep.
And I love when, and you can always see it, guys. Every human being has the same terrible skills at lying. Where when you just hit somebody with something and they go, wait, what? They always have to do that cutesy voice. You're like, yeah, you suck the tranny dick. Stop it.
And again, you were saying that we've said it off air, we've said it on air. It just like for example, Patrice banged trannies, right? Perfect. But here's the difference. Nobody was shitting on him for doing it because if you're open about it, if you're pretending to be a fucking Christian and then you get caught banging trannies, then you're gonna go, dude, come on. But if you're someone that's a piece of shit and does that, it's like, all right, well, that's what you do. Cool. Who gives a you know what I mean? Like, we've said it again with the Anthony thing. Anthony would have gotten no shit about banging that chick, banging that dude.
I told the story about 11 years ago when I fucking fooled around with a tranny on a dare. And again, people were like, oh, it's fucking gross. And I'm like, that's fine. But the difference is I did it once 11 years ago when I was out of my mind on cocaine and alcohol and all that shit. These people are, MAGA, Trump, and they're doing it now, and they're lying about it. And it's like, don't lie about it. I'll tell you if I did something disgusting.
Oh, yeah.
If I shot heroin, which I've never done, but I'm just saying, if I had like a weird
And that's only because he doesn't like needles, by the way. Let's be honest.
I hate needles. I've snorted heroin. But not as much.
You want to knock off early?
You sprinkle that shit on cheeseburgers. So anyway, try fucking nose. But if I had like a really gross, like sharing a needle story, you guys know that I wouldn't be proud of that fact. But if something happened like that years ago, I would just matter-of-factly go like, yeah, one time I did this disgusting thing. And it doesn't, I'm not in any way fucking condoning anything that whatever happens. But again, and by the way, I didn't bang a tranny. It was like a little hand jobby, like a little making out
a hammer jammer,
and it wasn't even a finished hand job.
It was an incomplete hammer jammer.
It was a hammer jammer, and then it just like I just was like, no, this is fucking, and it was a hot tranny, and I was like,
but it's still it's a man's hand, though.
And then eventually, I think that's what did it though.
It's a man's.
It was, you know what it was? It was looking down. It's the same way as if you go like parachute jumping. Or if
I don't know. I would love to see how you're going to turn into the parachute jump.
Or if you go to the top of the Empire State Building, they go, oh, look down. You're going to get vertigo. You're going to fucking fall. I think you look down and you see the scale. You're like, I'm out of this, man. I'm sorry. I gotta go. We're going to lose all of the fucking right-wingers that we had this week. Because we're gonna have to, because we're denying being white supremacists, and then now I'm telling tranny stories. They're gonna be like, all right, fuck this guy.
Did you help it dilate? Jerry's asking.
I didn't get into that whole thing.
Okay.
There was
the whole situation
that seemed like it was gonna be a whole thing, and I just wasn't about it. And again, it wasn't like I went into a hotel room with a train, or it was like some kind of thing. It was like out of the show. We're fucking out of my minds. And I did it because
you were horny.
No, because the other comedians set me up to try to do the whole this is gonna be hilarious. So I did it to literally make sure that they never try to set me up again. And it was beautiful. And they're like, well, we can't really play chicken with this dude, can we? I'm like, no, I'll crash into you head on and kill all of us.
Did you beat the tranny after the BJ? First off, he said it was an HJ.
And it wasn't an HJ. It was more like a dick rub for about half a minute, and then I was like, I'm not doing this.
Blank.
I love how mad some of the real spurgy people get. Like, you're gay, and I'm like, 11 years ago, one time for 30 seconds is a lot different than what we're talking about with Gibson and these other guys that literally surround themselves currently with a team of them, and they're going to Tijuana, and they're shutting their phones off for the weekend. And I'm sorry, buddy, but that's a little fucking strange.
Yeah, do you see that, SPLC? He's part of the LGBT community.
There you go. I'm a homosexual.
You happy now?
And according to the audience who looks at my face, like the casual fan,
Jewish homosexual.
Also Jewish. I'm hearing that a lot lately. Did you see one of the guys, Kevin Wu, was like, oh, yeah, because when I think of hardcore white supremacists, I think of a Jew and a Hispanic.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
It's
And
so
then I had to
true.
correct him. I still couldn't help myself, but I'm like, yeah, but I'm not Jewish.
I am Hispanic, however. Oh, by the way,
I'm not Jewish. I swear to God. They told me at my bar mitzvah, Bonnie.
we have officially put together a cease and desist for the Southern Poverty Law Center. We'll be posting it on Twitter after the show, by the way, so you guys can see it. We're going to be completely transparent. And it will be put out in certified mail tomorrow. So
Yeah, they got it emailed to them.
Yeah.
Tonight it will be posted after the show publicly, and they'll get it by tomorrow. And it's on Rachel Janik.
makeup blogger.
Fucking who? I had some words for her last night.
Were they mean words?
There's some of them started with C, and some of them started with G. It was not a very nice night.
All right. So like a cool and great person.
Gash and a
No, I
cunt.
got it. I was playing along. I know what you meant.
Yeah, I know, but people are stupid.
People are dumb.
I want everybody to know that Rachel Janik's a cunt.
So, speaking of cunts,
This man,
that's so based, Alaska.
not even for the sake of comedy, by the way. People were not happy with this last night. There was a physical angry reaction.
Now, when we watched this, we saw this in the hotel room. Mike did a video of it, and this is the truth. I asked Mike several times, "This can't be real. This is a troll. This has to be a troll." But you're telling me this is
baked, man. This is who he is.
This is who he is. Okay, so before we press play, I want to just something needs to be pointed out. 560 likes, 1,000 dislikes.
So good.
Okay,
So it's good.
this song is called "Trump Is My President." Now remember that because they don't say it a lot.
People are already angry at us.
Guys, if you guys are going to interrupt, I'm going to keep going back. You better you be good. You be good. Now, by the way, before we even get to the first thing you have to point out, and Mike said it, you can't even pander correctly. You're wearing a Nike jacket, you stupid idiot.
I am so angry that you decided to wear Nike. That was. How do you not understand even bit? Like, I would get it if you overlooked like the Keurig coffee maker. There's all kinds of things that go on that you can overlook. The Nike fucking boycott was all over the place. It was nonstop. You live in California. There's no way people weren't talking about this at whatever bodega you buy cigarettes from or whatever.
People are saying you're falling into baked hands. No, we're not. Do you understand? Let me tell you why we're not. Number one, if it's real, it's completely sad. If it's a parody, it's not even a good parody.
Yeah,
it's not. No matter which way he's doing. Because here's the thing: if it was a good parody, like where you're like, "Oh, dude, that's funny," people would get it. But it's not a good parody. But it's also at the same time, if it's real, it's also sad. Like
Yeah.
there's some parody. Like for example, Big Bad Dawn. That's real, right?
That's real.
That's sad. However, here's a parody. Boston Antifa guy. That's how you do a parody of Antifa with spilling the pee on himself with Orange Schroeder. And see, this isn't any of that. This is bad no matter what way he's doing it. It's not quite Weird Al, but it's also not quite the Beatles.
And how are you trolling me if I'm laughing hysterically at you? That's not a good troll. You know what I mean? Like, if you come up and do something terribly to go, "Oh, watch me get under his skin," and my response was to fall over, double over in laughter. How have you you've defeated me? I don't understand this new esoteric approach to comedy.
All right, well, let's listen.
Trolita is contacting the SPLC, but
God damn it.
But about this.
Oh, perfect.
Because doing this to them is just a hate crime at this point.
Yeah. It's taking so long.
Point to the sky.
For us to
Watch.
get
I bet he points to the sky at some point.
to this point.
Oh, he just did.
I didn't. I swear to God, I was kidding.
But we won. We are going
Are you
to
snoring into the auto tune? Did the song put you to sleep too?
make America great again. Yeah. The liberals are crying, cause we never stop fighting. Started on the Trump train, and now we're all flying. Never look behind us. We were deaf to the bias. We took a leap of faith at a Trump state, cause we always knew that it would guide us. Now we're winning so much that we might get sick of winning, but I don't think so.
This
I
is
think you
just
filmed this in Disneyland?
what?
But part of this was filmed in a theme park for sure.
And we're swimming to
Yeah, right here.
the top non-stop in the house while they're peeping in the window.
Why does he have that terrible prison tat? By the way,
That's the other thing. Is that a troll? Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, is that part of the troll?
I think he's. I honestly wonder if he is. His purpose is to make us look bad. Because if that's his purpose, then he's really good at this. He's really good at making the right looks fun. Like, do you understand, guys? When we always say that the point of our show is to try to make the right wing funny and cool and kind of have edgy and have a good time with it. Try to get normies to go, wow, right wing people can be funny and cool. This guy comes along and just undoes all the work we do with one rap video.
I know, because again, then when the Vic Burgers and stuff pick this up and make you look that makes us all look fucking stupid. Kind of like starting a fight at Harry's Bar in Washington D.C. It would make you look stupid, right?
Yeah, I would never do that.
Okay.
They're peeping in the window, and I didn't think we'd get this far, but now we elected our hero. And I didn't want to bring this up, but
I have
illegals, you gotta go.
autism. Oh, sorry.
See, I told you Disneyland. See, I told you it was in Disneyland for part of it.
This is
Yeah.
my president. This is my president. This is my president. This
So
is
do you think that
All right, but hold on. Shout out to the Bullet Club shirt, though. You got to give. He's wearing a Bullet Club shirt. I give him credit for that.
if he's wearing a Bullet Club shirt, then they're not even real black guys. Let's
No,
be
exactly.
fair.
That's my point. They're Dragon Ball Z black guys.
So Baked is trying to go, hey, check out my black friends, but they're wearing a New Japan Pro Wrestling shirt. Come on, man, get the fuck out of here, dude. And then again, dude. Do you think when he went to Disneyland, because he had to be quick, because honestly, if he did it for too long, they'd go you can't do that.
You can't
here.
film
You
here.
gotta go.
Yeah.
Do you think that he pantomimed the words?
Of course.
You don't think he rapped them out
He
loud?
didn't have the balls to say it out loud. I don't think so.
So you think that they were just filming him and he was like,
Yes.
and then they dubbed
That's
it
why he has the headphones in.
Oh, that makes
That's
it.
why he has the headphones in.
Oh, he does.
You
He
notice
does
during the
have
video he has the headphones in because he's listening to his own rap, and then
you can't even. Oh my god! And you can't even pantomime your own rap in rhythm without the. Oh god, buddy. Oh, this is getting worse than I thought.
This is my president. This is my president. This is my president. This is my president. Trump is my president. Earned our stripes like Raja. Now we're screaming out MAGA. America.
Huh? These are some fucking dope fucking bars he's spitting.
And he is pandering to boomers because we've heard other rap songs just as bad as this that boomers love.
Yeah, like We Love Our Cops.
Yeah.
Who did that one again?
I think it was Baked Alaska.
And let's not forget his original hit, Bull Moose Trappin'.
America was crippled. Now they're walking on water. And we kept it high energy. Shout out to my enemies. This really was a love fest. From the silent majority.
This is, dude.
Good.
You know how bad it is when Baked. Do you understand how bad it is when EBZ puts out a better fucking song than you? How much you want to bet he's driving Uber right now?
Probably, but this is still better than any Eminem song.
I guarantee you, I'll put dollars to donuts, Baked. You're driving around for Uber right now under the name Tim. Fucking asshole.
Yeah, we don't want no spirit cooking going on in the kitchen if I had it my way.
Unironically, mentioning spirit cooking in 2018 should be grounds for getting shot.
Chilling out on the White House front lawn, reading WikiLeaks all day. And I really love my fam, make America great, even if they don't have faith. We made history on November 8th.
You think?
And that Disney employee's fired. If I was a Disney employee, I wouldn't. Would you? No, I'm being serious. That's not good for.
You fucked off. You know what though? Honestly, I feel bad too because
Erica.
And I bet you poor Erica doesn't even know who Baked Alaska is. He probably has to take a picture. I'm willing to bet you.
And she also looks like she should be stopping an Afghani from being deported in Sweden.
Oh, depotatoed.
Independence Day, yeah. This is my president. This is my president. This is my president.
What I don't get is even the voice that he did before the auto-tune is so low energy. Like,
Yeah.
Bjorn shits better songs, according to JJ Stoner. Yes, Gorilla Hands is way better, and he didn't even try to make a song. He just a drunk Nordic guy who's mildly retarded told a terribly racist joke, and then a couple of guys cut it up into a fucking literally a royalty-free beat that was dope. It's better than this. So yes, you are right in that Bjorn accidentally made a better song.
Oh, look, Sam's in the chat. She's alive. I'd had people actually sending me a message going, "Where's Sam been? Is she alive?"
She's alive.
She's fine.
This is my president. This is my president. This is my president. This is my president. Trump is my president.
Not anymore.
Not if you keep doing this shit.
This is grounds for impeachment.
Yeah.
You know, the left keeps looking for reasons. I think that under the Constitution,
Article 25.
Article 25 states that if Baked Alaska makes one more terrible fake Christian rap song, that Trump will be impeached.
Wow, man, I didn't read. You know this, and then Bernie becomes president. Did you read through the whole thing?
Yeah, that's how Bernie can still win, though.
He can't, dude. He could still do it.
That would be funny if somebody just wrote an article, here's how Bernie can still win, and then just embed this video into the article. No words. How one way Bernie can still win in 2018, and people click, and it's just this song.
Is my president. Tierra in the chat says we should depotato Baked Alaska back to Sweden.
Do you understand? This is worse optics than the Daily Stormer. Right?
This is my president.
Yeah, because at least the Daily Stormer could be funny sometimes. You know what I mean?
Because then, plus they say such outrageous, insane
I know, it's
shit.
so out
that
there.
You go like, all right, well, look, at least that, like this, we're still trying to figure out if this nigga's being serious or not. At least I can read a Stormer article and go, all right, he's not being serious.
Chad goes, do boomers like this stuff? Yes, no, they do. They really do. Boomers eat this stuff up. Look, we were just at...
Well, they would have. Again,
Yeah.
they would have.
Yeah.
But Dummy wore a Nike jacket.
Right, but we're talking about like this corny rap stuff. We were just at ground zero of boomers. Boomers eat everything up. Do you understand? They believe QAnon. He's talking to us. Trump can't say it, but he's saying it. You know, it's this to them is it's like, you know, when if your mom gets into rap, you're like, Mom, please don't like rap because then I can't like rap.
You know what's funny? We actually make more accurate predictions than the Q crowd. And nobody ever believes us or cares because they go, well, how do you know? And I go, that's just a gut feeling. I just say, I don't trust this guy. Watch, he's going to come out in 2 months and say this. And people are, no way. And then it happens and they're like, whoa. And you're like, yeah, it's not. You don't have to be QAnon. You just have to not be retarded, which unfortunately most of the right wing has just become
And
retarded.
specifically the boomers, you know, they're just now going, I'm in the Kekistani army, don't you know? I'm part of the Kekistani. I wear the flag and everything.
Well, you got that, and then you got the other retards that you have to deal with that are younger, and they'll tell you that if I fuck a girl who's 10% Japanese, that I'm a race traitor.
and watching football's degenerate.
Yes, you can't watch football, you fucking cuck. And then why? Oh, I guess you're just gonna have a bunch of little fucking you race trading motherfucker, and you're like, she's literally 5% Brazilian. Yeah, we know what kind of Brazilian. And you're like, what? And then you go back to the other side, and they're going, so Q told us that Jeff Sessions was going to fly a helicopter to Hillary's upstate house
God.
and pick her up himself. And you're like, all right, you know what? I'm just going to go back to the hotel and drink. I don't want to talk to any of you people.
Trump is my president. Trump is my president.
This is really good. For the left, I mean.
Yeah, this is great.
This is enough. Like, Antifa, why don't you just disband? Your fucking mission is over. I'm willing to become a communist.
Is this finally going to make you
just,
a Marxist?
Open borders, fucking just tax us to shit. Who cares anymore, right?
Ban all the memes. Who gives a shit?
Trump is my president.
This guy's good.
God bless America.
Yeah! Woo!
Trump is my president. But no, sorry.
This is literally
Awesome.
This video is proof that we deserved 9/11.
Mike, it was just yesterday, man.
No, it was 17 years ago.
No, I meant the anniversary. I know what. You're a dick. All right.
Is my president. Oh.
Fucking club banger, bro.
This is guys, when this is playing in the fucking clubs all through the winter, man, you guys are gonna be like, man, they broke it first. Yeah, that's right. Fuck you, No Jumper podcast. We break the real fucking hip hop.
So,
Keep my finger on the pulse of the streets.
no, you're a hardcore white supremacist. How could you do that?
So, the comments section also, by the way, has been very highly sanitized, but yet still somehow there's a lot of bad comments.
Hold on, let's see. Let's do that. That's
a
good
lot of, like, he's deleted a lot because he deleted our comment, which was basically just an entire paragraph of laughing. That's all I wrote, and that was gone very quickly.
Is this Baked Alaska's new channel? Did he lose his original channel? Because he only has 29,000 subs.
No, that's about where he was at.
Okay, I don't know that.
He doesn't, like, do a lot of... Remember, he got in trouble, and then he had a second channel for his live streams, and he kept deleting videos, and he keeps getting, people annoyed at him, so he keeps losing subs. It happens, man.
Let me refresh here because I'm trying to get the comments, but he's probably deleting them in real time.
Yeah, probably.
All right, let's see.
He is our president.
Trump is our president.
Oh, wait, no, there it is.
There it is. Do you even know how to sync your audio? Is that a Nike jacket? The fuck's wrong with you? Thanks for reminding me to unsubscribe from your main channel. Thanks for reminding me to unsub, ladies and gentlemen. This was made on purpose. Think about that. Nice Nikes, commie.
What a wanker. The cringe that keeps on giving. Oh, this is funny, man.
This was quite possibly the single gayest thing I've ever seen in my life. Count Cucula. Hey, one of our listeners, Count Cucula.
Hey! Count Cucula.
Aaron the Destroyer, Devourer of Worlds, pushes onward, demolishing all that stands in her path, leaving nothing but a desolate wasteland in her wake. Good job, Count Cucula.
Jesus Christ.
Holy fuck. Coming in hard.
He just prophesized the end times.
Yeah. Bumping this in my Dodge Charger. Dude, you're such a cringe fest. Trump is not your president. Benjamin Netanyahu is.
Bravo to you, mate. Holy shit. That was fucking, dude. Fucking slash thread. How do you even beat that? Oh my God, that's fucking amazing.
That is.
Shit.
Do you still walk dogs while watching Aaron come to other men not named you?
Ouch.
Eminem who? This is the rap comeback of the year. People are digging. Mr. Medicare brought me here.
Oh, boy.
Shlomo Sheckelstein says, cocaine is a hell of a drug. Hey, by the way, Mike, real quick, are you talking shit about Israel Holmes?
Yo, find out who that is on YouTube. Olale, yo, La Raza, we support Israel. Hey, fuck, Vish from the Red Elephants, Holmes.
You know, it's so funny considering all the stuff that happened this week, and that guy would have Harim, right? His name's Harim.
Yeah,
would have
Harim or Harim,
whatever, would have been the highlight of everything.
He would have been,
but he wasn't even top 5 because of everything else that happened.
You know, it's great too. It's always like when you have like that. There was just such a fucking difference between the two. That it was like a weird, like when I talked to Hariam and yo, fuck me from the Red Elephants, hey, and then like I tell Vince about it and I'm like, yeah, this is, and he's like, and he's the complete opposite of Hariam. He's just like, what happened? What happened with him? But yeah, he was not a fan.
Frozen Asian says, "Oy ve la raza."
It was fucking. You know, I have that clip. If you want to play that when we come back from break.
What?
I have to find it though.
Oh, please give me that. Oh, yeah.
It's on Dropbox. I have to send it to you.
Yes,
Dropbox
please
thing.
send it to me. Just send me the link.
Fucking Chronic Ops on Twitch hooked this up.
So we have to go to break. RevengeOfTheSys.com/donate. It's a great way to help us out, guys. Also, if you want to help our SPLC fund. Now, what we're doing is we're sending out, we want to be completely transparent. We're sending out a cease and desist. If the SPLC complies with the cease and desist, that's it. It's over. We don't sue because they've complied. If they don't, then we move forward with legal action. However, any money that you give is still going to go to the legal fund. If they settle it, don't worry about it. We have some other plans with that money that may involve a billboard in Mississippi.
Somewhere, no, not Mississippi, Montgomery, Alabama.
Sorry, is there a difference?
Well, yeah, one is the headquarters of the SPLC and one isn't. So one made sense and one didn't.
Oh, okay.
That would be the main difference between the two.
Yo, Holmes, as long as you're not talking shit about Israel, I don't give a fuck.
So there may be a billboard.
Yeah.
Even if it's just a retraction, we still win, and it's still a cause for celebration.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking maybe a billboard where we're just peering through their windows from across the street all day.
That'd be so great. Oh, that'd be so great. All right, guys, we are going to go to break. RevengeOfTheSys.com/donate, Patreon.com/We're Not Sorry, so you become a patron. And, of course, the SPLC Legal Fund is up and running. Streamlabs.com/RevengeOfTheSys. We'll be back in 5 minutes. Talk amongst yourselves.
The most exciting 2 hours of television is back with an all-new Revenge of the Sis. As Royce and Mersch continue to track an international deep state pedophile ring, their journey to the nation's capital is put on hold as Orlando's best police cops receive a cryptic message from an old colleague.
It's a message from my old partner. He needs to see us in Los Angeles right now. Says it's related to our case.
Do you trust him?
As much as I trust you, partner.
What's to know then? A detour from their original investigation finds these no-nonsense detectives in the middle of Hollywood.
Thanks for meeting me. We can't talk long. They're probably following me.
Who's following you?
The Podesta brothers. They've got eyes everywhere, Lopez.
Now trapped between deep state globalists and the Hollywood elite, Lopez and Mersch are on the case. They're no longer avenging Orlando. They're saving America. And this week, they're taking on Pedowood.
I've been working this case. This Dan Schneider guy, producer at Nickelodeon, he's into kids. Or feet. Or kids' feet.
Yeah, the iCarly guy.
How do you know all this?
Thanks for meeting me.
No problem, Miss Bynes.
This is Amanda Bynes? Jesus, she looks terrible.
Dude, she can hear you.
Watch this week as the web grows bigger, the case becomes more complex, and more older model cars get wrecked and plenty of nameless extras get shot. This week on an all-new Revenge of the Sis, followed by Nazi Lawyer. USA, hotels don't have Netflix.
For this performance in Delaware.
To make your shopping day a little easier.
Mervyn's Dollar Day sale is going on right now. And that means great buys on clothes for kids. All this week, you can save on boys' clothes by Campus Le Tigre. Short-sleeve Le Tigre knits are the shirts all the boys will be wearing back to school.
Do you like pranks, guns, and jokes about retarded people? Well, so do we, but odds are your liberal snowflake friend doesn't. How would you like an easy, cost-effective way of screwing with that friend anonymously without losing your Twitter account? Guns for Tards is the perfect way to trigger an SJW anonymously through the mail. For a low fee, your target will receive a beautifully designed professional mailer from our fictional Guns for Tards charity, containing a thank you letter for their donation. They'll be led to believe that money was donated in their name to a charity that advocates Second Amendment rights for the mentally handicapped people in their area. For a few extra bucks, they will receive pictures and a detailed profile of a retarded person who they helped harm. It's all fun and games, well, except for that idiot who gets this in their mailbox and freaks out. Messing with someone through the mail is effective. Most people do it trolling over the internet, but regular mail is way more invasive. Whether it's a boss, an ex, or a liberal professor you don't like, this is the perfect way to screw with someone anonymously for the cost of a cup of coffee. Well, a cup of coffee in Manhattan, in a fancy coffee shop. Check out www.gunsfortards.com and select a package today. Use promo code MERSH for 10% off.
Ladies and gentlemen, we can rebuild him. We have the technology. We can make him better than he was before. Better, stronger, faster. A new night, a new time. The Sully Show returns to More Like Radio, Tuesdays, 7:30 p.m. Eastern before Dutch and Royce. Tuesday nights will never be the same.
I am the changing of the guard at Buckingham Palace. I am the thatched roof cottage in Wales. I am the best of Great Britain. I am British Caledonian Airways.
And now a woman who knows about shaming firsthand, supermodel Gigi Hadid.
All right, everyone enjoying themselves? How's that filet mignon?
Go ahead.
You know, we're all here for a really important reason. Because everyone
Randy, we've got a problem.
What?
Reality's here. He's trying to crash the party.
Reality?
Who let him in? Shit! Ooh, nice wine, huh? What do you think of that? You know what I think of your pretty flowers? There you go. How do you like that?
All right, buddy, let's go.
I shit on all of you.
Seagal?
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you! Give me that, you stupid bitch. What a lovely charity event. I suppose you're all feeling pretty good about yourselves, hmm? What have you done? You've raised $300 by spending $500,000 on filet mignon and crystal glasses. Look at you, Vin dipshit. You say fat shaming is wrong, so in response you show off your abs. You're the one fat shaming, idiot! What's the matter with you people? You're sad that people are mean? Well, I'm sorry. The world isn't one big liberal arts college campus. We eat too much. We take our spoiled life for granted. Feel a little bad about it sometimes. No. You want to put all your shit up on the internet and have every single person say, hooray for you. Fuck you. You're all pricks.
Second hour Revenge of the Sith. Sis. Sorry, man. I was telling Mike, I was talking to him off the show. I'm still recovering. Like, that was one of the most...
Not me, man. I'm partying baked Alaska style. Now I'm yelling out MAGA. People calling me a faggot.
Don't forget to mention spirit cooking.
Yeah, because it's, 2016? Jesus Christ.
Welcome, everybody, to the second half of the 912 show. You could forget a little bit on 912.
You can forget a little bit.
You can forget a little bit. Trump is my president.
Somebody said Baked has been sober for a couple years now, homie.
You believe that?
This nigga smokes a CBD pen on his show. Sober my ass. And by the way, he doesn't just like CBD oil.
Other things that start with C? Nitro energy drinks?
C's and M's and all kinds of stuff. Anyway,
did you see the Serena Williams meltdown?
I've heard so much about it.
Well, okay.
But
so
I heard so much. This thing was everywhere, but honestly,
I know nothing.
We didn't care.
I know nothing about tennis, so we have to start with that. But on okay, so we're gonna. This story has layers. Okay, so first we're going to play what happened to Serena Williams, and then we're going to play the infamous cartoon, the Australian cartoon that everybody is saying is racist. So let's go ahead and play that first.
Still trending #1 on Twitter, the controversy at the U.S. Open. But before we talk about it, let's get to the actual match. 20-year-old Naomi Osaka facing 6-time U.S. Open champion Serena Williams, and the youngster dominated. Osaka, who trains in Boca Raton, by the way, winning in straight sets for her first ever Grand Slam final.
So this underdog basically beat Serena Williams, which is a big deal. You know,
a huge deal.
That's a huge deal. She was 100% expected to win.
But unfortunately, that win was overshadowed by the battle between Serena and umpire Carlos Ramos. Take a listen.
You owe me an apology. You owe me an apology. I have never cheated in my life. I have a daughter, and I stand what's right for her, and I've never cheated. And you owe me an apology. You will never do it anymore.
Stole a point, apparently.
Serena was watching her coach give her a hand signal.
Verbal abuse.
And now,
Mrs. Williams.
Wow.
All right, so let's recap, folks. Serena's first
I like
penalty.
that Venus is watching and clearly thinking, like, girl, what are you doing? Stop. Chill.
First violation was coaching, because apparently the coach was making hand signals, and you're not allowed to do that during a tennis match. Second violation was she broke her racket. Third violation was the umpire. She basically saw screaming at the umpire.
Was for coaching. She continued to argue with the umpire, denying she was getting coaching from the sidelines. Serena then picked up her second penalty when she broke her racket. That resulted in a point penalty. Her third penalty.
Dude, yeah, look at that. She did look at her racket smash. That was great. Look, watch.
There was
Her third penalty came when she called the umpire a thief. He said it was verbal abuse and gave her a game penalty.
Right, look, she obviously was having some kind of day.
Yeah.
That's clear.
Yeah.
And I feel like whatever reason you were sucking at tennis that day is also the reason why you were being a fucking complete mess.
Yeah.
Look, people do have bad days. Whatever. But I really don't like the fact that now people are actually taking her side, and like people are doubling down now.
Do you want to know why they're taking her side? Because here's what happened. There's a lot to. I was actually this morning. I was really reading about this, and so obviously her being crazy and stuff like that, her doing all this. Nobody, even the hardcore lefties and liberals weren't on her side, because it was clear the umpire didn't do anything wrong. You know, he was doing his job,
and he was
calm. He wasn't being racist. He can't be sexist because both of them are women, you know. To the point today that the woman who beat her, the other woman you saw who beat her from Boca, apologized for winning because she was getting death threats. This is 100% true. She apologized for winning because people are just ripping into her, sending her death threats.
We've lost our minds in this country.
But here's what happened. In Australia, which goes to show you it's not completely cucked, there was a newspaper in Australia who did a cartoon. And now because of this, everyone is forgetting that she was acting like a complete crazy person.
Yeah, now this guy's getting fucking crucified too. I saw this cartoon. And
they were saying that this cartoon is racist. Now, and by the way, it's funny too, because this guy's here like, can you just let her win? First off, how is this race? Like, I'm being serious now. I'm not. She doesn't have a bone through her nose. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's look, I don't know if you guys know this or not, right? But political cartoons have been around since the pencil and the fucking piece of paper. Generally speaking, they're pretty biased. They're usually pretty biased cartoons, and it's usually somebody has the whole point of a political cartoon is somebody has an opinion about somebody and their actions. Generally speaking, they will always paint one person as the nicer looking one, the one that they're siding with, they're always unflattering in their depictions of
Yeah,
people.
look at the New Yorker's Trump cartoons.
It's the same. If they don't like you, they're going to just highlight all the shitty things. And also, look, nobody is denying Serena Williams' storied career in history as a very talented athlete. However, I think most people would agree she's never been known for her looks.
No.
Right? Like, it's not.
And by
it
the
has
way,
nothing to do with her being black, because I can rattle off 10 black chicks right now that I would end the show to sleep with.
the one from Westworld.
Dude.
And Thor Ragnarok.
And both of them, because Tandy Newton is also technically, like non-white.
Oh, yeah.
So it's two hot black chicks on one show. My point is, Serena Williams, not so much. Like the tranny that fucking Kaepernick fucked is better looking than Serena Williams. By the way, not a racist statement. So yeah, how else are you going to draw her? She looked awful. This is an accurate portrayal of how she looked terrible in that tutu.
And also,
she was horrible looking.
In caricatures, if you've ever been to any boardwalk and you have a caricature done, this is what they do. They exaggerate everything on purpose.
Never nice.
Yeah, it's not going to make you look great. Now, what's happening is, even though she was the one that was wrong, even the one she broke a racket, even though she yelled at the ref, even though she was acting completely uncivil, losing her mind, yes, there's a bunch of articles saying because of this cartoon, they were scouring the internet for a reason to make this racial and for a reason to block them. So now the story goes from what it should have been, which is she acted like a fucking crazy person, And by the way, if you do this in baseball, you would get ejected. Like you don't do this.
No, yeah. I mean, especially going up and yelling at them. They've thrown games that way.
Yeah. So they're using this as the cover for why she was allowed to be a fucking bitch, because she was acting like a bitch. All right. Well, we could.
That's so fucking crazy. Like I don't understand how anybody is siding with this woman, other than they're just Serena Williams fans. And I mean, honestly, I have seen basically race being one of the biggest, lines in the sand over this, and it shouldn't even be an issue. She acted like a fucking asshole.
The woman who beat her was half black and half Asian. So, like, she's even a bigger minority than Serena is. Well, not physically bigger. Serena has man arms. What do you get tested more? I don't know. Because you have bigger arms than Dolph Ziggler, Serena? Probably that. Jesus Christ. All right. So, Mike, this story leads into what happened with us in the SPLC. It's from the Daily Beast. Why young men of color are joining white supremacist groups.
Oh, my God. What is happening? I'm going to guess that the SPLC is probably cited in this article numerous times. Just a prediction.
Portland, Oregon.
We're getting close.
Outfitted in a flak jacket and fighting gloves, Enrique Terrero was one of a dozen black, Latino, and Asian.
1488, Holmes.
See, it's a joke.
We must secure an existence of future for somewhat white people.
You talking shit about Israel, Holmes? Terrero was one dozen of black, Latino, and Asian men who marched alongside the white supremacist in Portland on August 4th. Terrero, who identifies as an Afro-Cuban, is president of the Miami chapter of the Proud Boys.
They are. By the way, look, you cucks, you proud cucks. Also they kicked out a guy, Hell Hydra.
I read it.
Yeah. Just this weekend. Only because he went to the Smithsonian and hung out with somebody who's, known. So, how's that virtue signaling working out for you? Is Gavin back on Twitter yet?
Who calls himself?
Oh, wait, you guys aren't on Twitter anymore either. So how is this? Whatever.
who calls themselves Western chauvinists and regularly spout white nationalist memes and maintain an affiliation with extremists.
Memeing is now fucking thought crime. Remember when we jokingly used to say, one day they'll come after our memes, man. It'll be thought crimes. Well, it is now.
Maintain affiliation with known extremists. According to the
Southern
Poverty
Law
Center.
I fucking knew it.
Last month, prior to Patriot Prayer Rally.
You guys are so busy slandering people. How do you guys, you don't get lunch breaks at the SPLC, do you? There's always some new people to slander.
Last month, prior to Patriot Prayer Rally he attended in Portland, Torero was pictured with other far-right activists making the hand sign that started as a hoax but has become an in-joke last year. Torero said...
Can I say this again? Guys, this has never been.
Nor will it ever be.
Nor will it ever be a white nationalist or a white supremacist symbol. Do you understand, again, the line between humor and shitposting and fucking actual far-right terrorist fucking activity is completely... You guys are like... the SPLC is like a pilot with like vertigo, and they don't know what the horizon or the fucking ocean is anymore. Like, you guys are just...
They have hypoxia.
That's not... Thank you. Hypoxia. You guys are just looking out and going, I don't know. The plane might be upside down. Hey, look, it's this. I've been doing this because it's fucking... Oh, it makes people go, oh, you. Now, again, if I were a white supremacist, if the Proud Boys were white supremacists, you would go with more the classic Roman salute, the arm up with the whole Heil Hitler thing. Nobody, if people aren't willing to commit to that, then they're probably not white supremacists. That's usually my first thing. Anyway.
This is the image here. Let me pull the image up. This is the image that they're talking about. There you go. Is that our boy?
Who is that? Oh yeah, look at
our,
that.
It's our boy.
He's like fucking dude. You know, like the hat and the glasses. They're just so incognito.
You can't because you can't see the eyes.
Yeah, that's what it is. The eyes are a dead giveaway. You're like, oh shit, yeah, Phil Ching Chang Chong.
That's not his full name. Is not Phil Ching Chang Chong.
I love
too. By the way, Frozen Asian and Filipino Shay were arguing, saying you can't replace us with another chink, dude.
No. We're building an army.
Yeah.
You understand how impressive it is to have 3 cool Asians in a group?
We're going after Quiet This Is Library guy, too. He's going to be one of ours. We're going to find him.
Cool Asians. And we have 3 of them. Yeah. That's outrageous.
It is. And they're all bad at math, which is weird. Last month, prior to Patriot Prayer Rally he attended in Portland, Torero was pictured with other far-right activists making the hand sign that started as a hoax, but became an in-joke. Last year, Torero traveled to Charlottesville, Virginia for Unite the Right rally that ended up being a neo-Nazi allegedly killing an anti-fascist protester. The Proud Boys said any members who went there to the event were kicked out. Torero and other people of color at far-right rallies claim institutional racism no longer exists in America. In their view, blacks are to blame for any lingering inequality because they are dependent on welfare, lack strong leadership, and believe Democrats who tell them you're always going to be broke, you're not going to make it in society because of institutional racism, as one mixed-race man put it. If racism doesn't exist, I asked Torero, how would he explain the disproportionate killing of young black men by police? Hip-hop culture, he said, it glorifies that lifestyle of selling drugs and shooting up because of that, obviously, you're going to have higher crime rates. And again, everybody gets mad. Everybody on the left must hate Chicago because if you bring up Chicago as a microcosm, look, yes, we talked about it. Remember the Sacramento shooting where we're like, can't believe they killed that black dude in his yard for having his phone? We're like, that's ridiculous. That is police fucking misconduct. Brutality, murder, like that is 100% wrong. However, when you have statistically neighborhoods that are higher in crime and you are going to get more interactions with the law enforcement. That's how it works.
Yeah, take it from a guy who has lived in said neighborhoods many times in my life. Royce has seen some of the neighborhoods I've lived in. Terrifying places.
Hardcore white supremacist neighborhoods.
Yeah, right.
I'm kidding. Every time I when I used to go pick up Mike at his old house, I would lock my doors as soon as I got off the highway.
Oh, yeah. Dude, the hood loves me. The streets love me. But I would have a lot of interactions with cops. I was a drug dealer and I'd have interactions with cops. It's a way of life when you live in a shitty neighborhood. It's not even a race thing. Like, trust me, I've had cops be like, hey, and I'm like, yo, what? I'm not fucking doing anything, you know? And they're like, what are you doing? And you're like, I live over here. And then they see that you clearly live over there, and they're like, all right. And you're like, Jesus Christ. Like, you know, it does happen. And again, because I've lived in neighborhoods where people are getting murdered all willy-nilly, and I get like, sometimes you do have to stop and go, yes, officer, I live in that house over there. I'm not a murderer. I work full-time. And then I go, oh, well, carry on then. And you just leave, and that's it. Especially, it's great because actually, I'm sure I've been suspected, at least briefly, for murders before, only because of, like, I'm a white guy living in a weird neighborhood, and, like, if hookers start disappearing. But I've always been lucky is that people always get murdered at night, and I've always worked at strip clubs. So I have the most inopportune hours for murdering truck stop hookers.
Also, kind of cool that Dustin Diamond's a Proud Boy.
That is pretty awesome.
Eliza Sanchez, who is black and Puerto Rican, attended the Liberty or Death rally against left-wing violence in Seattle on August 18th, joining about 20 militiamen open-carrying handguns and marking settlements on their maps that need to be...
They're under attack, man. They need your help.
Preston Garvey's a Proud Boy. Sanchez says, if black people are committing more murders, more robberies, and more thefts and more violent crimes, that would be
That's
why.
Fine. I'm a Brotherhood of Steel guy anyway.
Told you. What did I tell you?
Keep your Proud Boy Minutemen.
Brotherhood of Steel is fucking my
roll
favorite.
Around power armor with jetpacks and fucking just blast people. Yeah, I just figured out yesterday that in Fallout 4, if you're wearing power armor and you land on someone,
you'll kill him.
I did it in my own settlement.
Oh,
Whole settlement
no.
turned on me. I had to go back to an old safe.
Also,
flatten some poor person. Anyway.
Also in Seattle, Frankie Price, who said in a black and white, who said he is black and white, wore a T-shirt reading "It's okay to be white." There are among nearly a dozen black, Latino, Asian participants at far-right rallies on the West Coast, interviewed by the Daily Beast.
So I don't know if you get this yet. Southern Poverty Law Center and all of these news media outlets.
Right Wing Watch, Daily Beast.
It's not that like we think that whites are better.
No.
It's not that we think that white people are the best. It's that you hate white people. That's what it is. The Southern Poverty Law Center hates white people. There's no denying that.
No, look, everything that they do points in that direction. You're 100% correct.
Because, again, now we have an article where a guy who's half black is going, hey, it's, you know, I'm telling you, I'm friends with these white guys. Yeah. And, you know, again, the meme was, it's, again, this okay to be white thing. It's so funny how you played into everybody's hands. As 4chan and 8chan went, look, how great would it be if we just post the most benign, unoffensive shit ever? And I'm willing to bet
freak out.
These people are so predictable that they will fucking have a meltdown. And you guys, here we are a year later, you're still melting down about it's okay to be white. And again, when a black guy is saying it now, when a Hispanic guy is saying it's okay to be white, you run off and you get your little makeup blogging little hose to punch up a little article about how people are hardcore white supremacists because you're fucking retards and you're so transparent in how much you hate white people. Again, if I ran a blog or a website that was as obsessed with black extremism, like Black Lives Matter and things like that, if it's just all I talked about all day, every day, somebody would have to eventually, even Royce would have to go like, dude, you know, you kind of look like you hate black people, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're being a real Anthony Cumia
no,
right now.
but that's what I mean. Like they are like the photo opposite. They are the complete polar opposite, different side of the same coin, as Anthony Cumia.
Same shekel as our hero Eric Trump would say.
Two sides of the same shekel.
Thank you.
Eventually people have to stop and look at your fucking list and go, you had a problem with white people? Right? Again, if I did this every day, blacks, the black people, it's black extremists, it's shooting up Chicago, black people. Eventually, people will go, your website hates blacks.
To quote Ronnie B., so it's the blacks again, huh?
So you're on the black thing again?
The black thing again?
One of my favorite Ronnie B.
Oh,
moments
he's my hero.
ever. Just, we're back to the black thing again. Okay, cool. Yeah, no, I get it, man. My dad used to do the same thing. Yeah, they used to run the trains through town all day. I know, Pop.
I know.
I was like, I know, Pop. I know. Every racist statement uttered by really old people is followed usually by somebody going, I know, Pop.
I know.
I know,
I
Pop.
got you.
I know, Grandpa.
No problem. I agree with you. Yeah, sure.
Can we just watch football, please?
The game's on. How are you such a big football fan if you keep talking about him like that? I don't understand.
How have you not stopped watching in the past 20 years?
Exactly.
I don't get it. Since the 86 Bears, my grandfather stopped watching. I'm over. I'm done.
As soon as Joe Namath retired.
Hey, Rachel Janet, keep writing your little fucking notes. Keep swimming. By the way, you're like me. You need glasses, too. You should probably get glasses.
Can't see without his glasses. Put his glasses on.
Or at least to cover up that blank, dumb stare when you get blindsided like people like
This is a comedy show, you stupid idiot.
Of course the steak is dry. It came the way you order it, you stupid idiot. 5-star man.
Hey, Mac, you put on some weight? Eric Trump says Bob Woodrow's book wrote a book to make shekels.
Isn't that why everybody writes a book? Just like to be fair.
Eric Trump, the son of President Trump, told Fox News on Wednesday that journalist Bob Woodrow wrote a new and highly critical book of his father's administration in order to make shekels. The younger Trump used the phrase and was quickly criticized by social media users. Probably one Gabe Hoffman, who noted that
you better go easy, dog. You got Gabe Hoffman on your ass.
That the word can have anti-Semitic connotations.
Can have. You see that? You see what they do, man?
Yeah, it can. Don't think people look through the fact that you can write a sensational nonsense book. CNN will definitely have you out there because they love to trash the president. Eric Trump said on Wednesday on Fox and Friends, the network's morning show, when asked about the Woodrow book, he said, "It will mean you sell 3 extra books, you make 3 extra shekels." Eric Trump added, "Is that really where we are? I think people should see through this." The shekel is modern Israel's currency. But anti-Semites frequently use the word when accusing American Jews of having secret influence over the... It's not secret. It's out in the open. Woodrow is an American from Illinois who is best known for helping uncover the Watergate scandal that ended Richard Nixon's presidency. You mean working with the CIA? Because that's what he did. He did, by the way. Everyone thinks that he was...
That they were these... they had the fucking the fedora and the pen and paper, and they're out there. We're gonna find a story.
The press thing and the hat. Yeah, no, that's not.
We're out there getting the scoop and not getting fed intelligence by the
fucking deep throat. It was this. This is what happened. They got a phone call from somebody at the CIA and goes, "Hey, you want to take Nixon down?" That's what happened.
It wasn't even that. It was literally a phone call, and it was, "Hello, this is Bob Woodward," and they were going, "What's your? I just want to verify your fax number is." 202-447-65. Yeah, okay, click. And then the fax machine starts spitting out papers.
The shekel is modern Israel's currency, but anti-Semites frequently use the word. And
then they went to go try to find where the information came from, trace the phone number, and they traced it back to a warehouse on fire.
His new book, Fear, the Pulitzer Prize-winning reporter's account of the White House's inner workings. Twitter users quickly accused Eric Trump of using anti-Jewish rhetoric during the Fox appearance. Yari Rosenberg said, wow, the only people who refer to being paid off as wanting extra shekels are Israelis speaking Hebrew and anti-Semites speaking English outside of Israel.
Every single time. Do you understand? You got your fucking capital. You got your capital. Like, you guys are getting a good deal out of this president, and you're still trying to fucking take him. I don't get it. I don't fucking get it, man.
So yeah, I wonder if Gabe is mad about that. So want to talk about the religion of peace, my friend? It's your favorite to talk about. But guess what? This one's fun. There's no men. There's a child involved. Okay. And these are Muslim women fighting on the highway. Okay. Now I want you to notice it's very important because there's a lot of stuff going on.
Oh, I thought this was going to be like the unveiling of a scale model of a new mall that they're building. They were gonna
No.
As you can see, the new promenade is going to go all the way out into the Bayfront area.
No, these are not goth ghosts.
Oh, those are people under there.
Yeah. No, they're not. These people aren't coming out with the Undertaker, with fucking torches. Okay, look.
What is this? A mosque for ants?
Derek Zoolander.
How do we expect people to plan terrorist attacks if they can't even fit in the building?
Derek Zoolander's mosque for Muslims who can't bomb
Blow things up too good.
So let's
and also run them over with trucks. All right. Sorry.
All right. So look, this is chest bombs are so hot right now. Okay, look. This one's holding a baby. So it's important when you see this video right up here to the left, that's a baby she's holding. All right. So here we go. So there's no sound. So they're hitting each other with their shoes as they ought to do. And there goes the baby. And there goes the baby. And there goes the baby.
But you're in the street.
In the street.
But you're in the
Take it into the streets.
I don't think that would be actually, somebody needs to recut that.
Let's watch. And the baby falls.
Well.
So now the baby fell, and then she picks up the baby with one hand, drops it again. Okay. So there's a double baby drop here going on, all right? All right?
Religion of peace.
Boom! Baby on the floor. All right. So one of them's pulling the other one's hair. Okay, this one picked up the baby again, dropped the baby again. That's 3 times the baby's been dropped. 3 times.
This is interesting.
All right. So now they're all, it's a ball. All right. Baby's
hey,
on the floor.
guys, before everybody gets all bent out of shape, relax. Let's remember the fact it is a Muslim baby. What? It's the day after 9/11. This is payback. So let's
yeah, let's go. So of course nobody stops it, and then they drive away. Now, if they stay out there too long, a garbage truck might pick them up. Hey, you left these garbage bags out here.
See, Casper Myers pointing out that I made it better. Pointing it out. See. Tiara Priest, can we really call it a baby if it can get up on its own? Well, I get it, but it's still pretty.
It's
toddler.
Yeah.
Say toddler.
I like that. Toddler.
Toddler of peace. What?
Toddler of peace is great.
Just add of peace to anything. Like next time you see one of those like fucking food carts, like the Arab guys that are doing like falafel, you'd be like, "Can I have a falafel of peace?"
So there's this new video shows teen mob attack in Wrigleyville. This is in Chicago. Here, let's move it up to the big screen. So this is surveillance footage. So there's not but a boy sucker punches a woman standing outside Wrigleyville restaurant. All right.
Oh boy.
Oh, did they take it down?
Oh boy.
Did they take it down?
Oh boy, yeah.
Are you serious? Let me try. Okay, just to double check.
It's gone.
No, there it is.
Oh, there it is. Wow, okay.
All right. So this is in Wrigleyville. This is in Chicago. So this is a woman here, right here. So this kid, this youth walks up and boom, tries to punch her. This guy pushes him away. All right.
What the fuck?
Yeah, exactly.
What is all this about?
apparently this has been going on all summer around this area.
But like indiscriminately like this?
Yes, that's correct. These are security guards here, and it has been indiscriminately, and it's been specifically around this area. Yeah, man. They're look at that. They're punch.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I know. Well, look. Hold on a second. It gets even better. The second angle, the teens can be seen charging at the woman who they struck at first. So this is This is another angle. Here you go. So that's a woman apparently. This one here. And now they're all trying. Look at that. They're all trying to go after her. Look at that. All of them.
For what?
I don't know. Look, this one got around. Headlock. Oh, he got him in a headlock.
There's so many of them. Where are all these dudes coming from?
Probably the south side, I'm assuming, from what I'm seeing. Yeah, no, they're all and they don't stop. I mean, they keep going. Apparently, this was here. Let me see. It's been a problem all summer. Clog Street merchant said this morning. Their kids. The cops have told us they aren't going to touch them. We can't touch them. What can we do? Yeah, the cops aren't even doing anything with them.
Nobody wants to be the next.
Yeah, surveillance video has emerged showing a group of teenage boys attacking passersby the 3500 block of North Clark Street following Wednesday's Cubs home game.
So nobody wants to be the next cop on fucking the news. That's what it is.
After being rustled out of the restaurant, this was at a restaurant, the group attacks more people on the streets. So it wasn't even like one person, because you're asking what happened. They just start. Look, now this is after they leave. Takes place.
Yeah, because pause for a second. I
Sure.
want to point out that we're not trying to like make a big thing out of nothing.
No. This is.
I will. You guys know when Royce, like, if Royce will play a tape sometimes that like doesn't have a setup or an article with it, I'll go like, okay, but what is the setup?
Right,
Because a lot of times, like, people are like, even with our situation with Joey Gibson. Thank God that we were all there to show you that we didn't do anything. Like, we had the whole night streamed. So you had the context. But sometimes you just see, for instance, it would have been a video of me just yelling at him that somebody else filmed. And then people go, well, why are you a maniac? So I like to get a background, but it seems like these people are just somethinging out.
Yeah.
Serena
Williamsing out.
Serena Williamsing out. I like that.
Yeah, that's fair. We could say that. So this is this is after they've now been kicked out of the restaurant. Or from outside of the restaurant. And look, okay, this one, look in this area right back here, right under the 8. You see back here? This is where you got to keep an eye out. Okay, check it out. So these are different people walking by. And there we go. Look in the street right here.
What the fuck?
Start punching. They're punching other people now. By the way, now, again, not to be, so we don't even sound racist, they're hitting now another black guy. So now this other black dude was walking by, and they start beating him up. That's why he runs through. He runs while they're getting punched, and they're kids. And like I said, the cops don't want to do anything because they don't want to be the ones on the news.
Okay, so listen, you look at me, Chicago. Look at me, everyone in the world. You got to do something, right?
Yes.
Like, you have to do, like, all right, look. When people give me shit because I always talk about light fascism, and then people get mad at me. All right, fascist, you want to? No, it's not a racist guy. It's not about race. It's not about light fascism. Is, for instance, broken windows policing, which is something that I watched Rudy Giuliani. Rudy Giuliani is like very closest thing I've ever had in my life to experiencing what I call light fascism, which was enforce every goddamn rule.
Stop and frisk.
Max out every goddamn sentence. And you know what? Guarantee it. Give me a couple of years before the next re-election, people are going to stop pissing and fucking breaking windows. And guess what? When people realized, oh shit, I can't just throw a rock through a window or take a piss right in front of a cop and go, fuck are you going to do about it? Once they start going, all right, fucko, come on, let's go. You're going for a ride. And they drag you into a van, and then the judges were being instructed. to go, look, man, fucking hit them with the biggest fine fucking fuck them up. And eventually it took time, and you know what I mean? And again, this was not racially biased.
No, it wasn't.
There were plenty of white homeless people who were treated like complete dog shit in New York City. It's not a great thing, but again, New York became where you just looked around and you're like, this is gorgeous. This is wonderful. Like the New York that got attacked on 9/11 was amazing. It was a utopia. So yeah, we need to start, like, you know what I mean? I understand that it's, oh man, well, we don't want to get bad press. I don't give a fuck. They're running around hating random people. You got to lock these kids up. It's the way life works.
And, the sad part is, and I mean this legitimately, because I know we fucking truth. This is Emmanuel Rodriguez, the person who plays Royce Lopez on Revenge of the Sis. No, but what makes me sad is there's some ones that are 7, but there's some kids that either look 11 or 12. You know what I mean? Like, that early, already fucking out there punching people.
But
like,
again,
dude,
this is what, like, my idea of when I say, again, fascism, I'm not talking about, I don't want to round people up and fight every country on the continent and all that kind of shit. But again, Giuliani was a bit of a light fascist. He created this thing where, for the first time in like 10 years, everybody was like, I'm from New York, dude. New York's nice. I'm going to be fucking proud of this. I'm going to be proud of my neighborhood. If I see somebody pissing all over my fucking mailbox or something, or I see somebody breaking a window at night, I'm going to call. I'm going to, you know what I mean? The cops are going to work overtime. And it's a combination of enforcing rules the way they are described to be enforced, and having civic pride. That's all it is. It's civic pride. It's going, I like this place. I want to make this place nice. We live in a little fashy cul-de-sac.
We do.
Everybody here's pretty much got it, like, nobody really fucks with each other around here. And it's like you don't see any strange faces around here.
That's a good point.
Every time you go out to get the mail, you're like, hey, done. Morning, Tom. How are you? That's all it is. And, I know homie across the street's not going to go break the window from the guy diagonal of me because none of us want to look at shitty windows. Broken windows policing. So they need to start cracking down in Chicago, brother.
It's again, but you can't say anything because then you're a hardcore white supremacist.
Who said that, though? Well, update me. I've had a long week. I'm very tired.
All right, have you heard of the Southern Poverty Law Center?
Never heard of them. Are they they're like the ACLU but better?
Yeah,
and
no,
more
like,
fair.
Right, because specifically for Southern people,
Yeah, I'm getting tweets about Michael McDonald.
I was just gonna say I just saw Michael McDonald tweet.
Look, guys, I love you and I love busting out that impression, but that ain't happening for like at least a week.
Hashtag you don't know me, but I'm your brother. Hashtag taking it to.
Look, that is definitely not an impression I'll be able to do for a couple days.
Oh fuck!
Anything on the high end, I'm not gonna be able to pull off.
No. So we'll move on to this here. Massive stockpile of bottled water found in Puerto Rico a year after Maria.
Well, they're saving it for the next hurricane. What happened?
Hundreds of thousands. You know what? The thing is, you got to actually see the picture because, we talk about it, but until you see what it looks, this is an aerial shot. Hundreds of thousands of water bottles meant for victims of Hurricane Maria are still at a Puerto Rican airport nearly a year after the storm. A photo showing the bottles and boxes covered in a blue tarp on the runway was shared widely on social media. Although you don't believe it, it's almost 1 million boxes of water that were never delivered to villages.
1 million boxes of water, meaning that's what, probably at least 12?
Yeah.
12 probably bottles in each one. So 12 million bottled waters.
Posted by Abadel Santana, a photographer working for a Puerto Rican state police agency who took the pictures. Is there anyone who could explain this? FEMA acknowledged to CBS News on Wednesday that the bottles were brought inland in 2017 in the wake of the hurricane and that they were turned over to the central government. So yes, FEMA already turned all this stuff over. The government now, the most corrupt government in the United States of America, the Puerto Rican government, has had this. This is after the fucking mayor of San Juan again was talking shit to Trump, saying like, oh, Trump moved $9 billion from FEMA to ICE, which, by the way, let's be realistic, it's nothing.
Yeah, but can I just counter your point with a better counterpoint?
Sure.
Cheeto dust.
Did you just come up with that?
Nailed him.
It's a good one. It's unclear whether the breakdown caused the bottles to never be distributed. Celebrity chef Jose Andres, who brought a crew of volunteers to help feed the victims of Maria in the wake of the storm, called for an official independent investigation into what happened. My teams knew about it, but first they will say, no, we can't not use them. Months later, water was no good for human consumption, he tweeted. We were buying water because they didn't give it to us. He didn't specify who they was. The revelation comes after...
No, go ahead.
Yo, Holmes.
No, I did not disrespect
Yo,
Israel.
Holmes. Are you talking shit about Israel, Holmes?
Oh, we got to close out with that video. You got.
Oh, I got it. Don't worry.
I'm show that there. All right.
The revelation comes as President Trump breaks down his administration's response to Hurricane Maria on Wednesday, lashed out on the mayor of San Juan, who had been... I'm going to be extra spicky now when I talk about things so they know that I'm not a white supremacist, just so you know. The president raised eyebrows Tuesday when he touted response efforts in the meeting over preparations for potentially devastating Hurricane Florence inching towards the Carolinas. Now, by the way, I heard if everybody in Carolina raises up and spins their shirt around, they could counteract the hurricane and it'll go the other way. So everybody spin the shirt like a helicopter. The death toll of Maria is estimated to be nearly 3,000, a steep increase from the initial 64. 3,000, because again, you know why 3,000 people didn't die in fucking Houston? Because they built their buildings to building codes. The government wasn't embezzling all the money and not giving it to the people. The truck drivers, and a lot of the reason people died was because the aftermath of the hurricane, remember, they were striking and they refused to drive any products out or help until they extorted them like it was fucking Ultimate Warrior and Vince McMahon. The truck drivers were saying, no, you got to pay me now.
Yeah, the truckers were Jeff Jarrett dropping the Intercontinental title in China. I'll do it, Vince, but you gonna give me $250,000. And he was like, you son of a bitch.
Yeah.
So weird how McMahon is one of those guys that will go, okay. And he'll politely write you a $250,000 check. And you know that when you shut the door behind you that night,
we were listening.
See you in 30 years, the Hall of Fame.
We were listening to Bruce Pritchard on Jericho. We were listening to a lot of stuff. It was a long drive, and he was saying how McMahon took over this Houston territory, and at the end they kept all the gate, and they were supposed to split it with him. And then he made Pritchard go down there and goes, "You're gonna go down there, and you're gonna shake their hands." And he goes, "Okay, cool. So I'll see you down there. I'm not going to that shit." Like.
You're going to go down there, you're going to go to the party, you're going to eat your pills, you're going to drink your ass off and make a total ass of yourself like you've done here multiple times.
So this is...
This was the hurry up. Again, we the stream, let's say this, guys. We due to some errors, let's just say that the stream from before the fight with Joey Gibson, footage not found.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I don't know what happened. But luckily, when this weirdness happened, this was really the only notable thing that happened that entire stream, thank God we right away were like, please, somebody clip it now. Somebody clip it now. Chronic Ops was the one that, I don't know who Chronic Ops is on YouTube. I apologize. But Chronic Ops on Twitch, he was the one who cut it up, had the foresight to cut it up, clip it on Twitch, to download it, to record it on Streamlabs, and then he put it on Dropbox. So you motherfucker, guys, those extra steps, always try to do shit like that. Because sometimes I thought that this clip was lost forever. And then I was looking through old shit yesterday and went, Chronic Ops sent me a link to a Dropbox thing. I love him.
All right, so this is Harim?
Harim? I think it's Harim. It's Harim Uziel.
La Casa. Okay, here we go.
Okay. I'm friends with Vince from Red Elephants, and I know personally that you didn't. People are saying that you had him banned from here.
So what do you want to say to me, bro?
That you. No, I'm not trying to beef or anything. I'm just. No. I'm actually trying to clarify to these people because some people are under the mistaken impression
of what
that you had been banned from this event. But Vince told me personally you hadn't. But I wanted to clarify for people.
Bro, I ain't got time for that shit, bro. I'll be honest with you, dog.
I was just kidding.
All right, homie, later.
All right, cool. All right.
And you know what? Tell Vince?
So I guess
I'm here, homies. Forget the red elephants. I'm Izrayel. We never gonna die. We support Israel to the.
By the way, does he not sound like Aziz Ansari from Parks and Rec?
He does.
Right?
He does. He's
really
got
does. That high-pitched wiggery voice,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh. That is, by the way, I want to say this. That Vince did not know, because he's not keeping tabs on this cholo idiot, Harim Uziel, the Sephardic homeboy. So he didn't know that he just recently got that.
So this is new.
So I said, bro, when I told him about the thing, he lifts his fist up at the camera and he has a Star of David tattoo on his fist.
Yeah.
Right? Vince has no reaction to it. He's like, yeah, okay, cool. And then I'm like, so I don't know what's up with that, but I didn't know you can't have tattoos if you're Jewish. It says right there that you are not to mark your body in any way.
Correct.
As I'm saying that, it starts registering with Vince from the Red Elephants that I'm not fucking with him. And then he goes, wait, because he hasn't seen the video. He's wait, no. He really had a tattoo of the Star David on his. I thought you were fucking with me. I went, no, he does have a tattoo. And guys, very often you see Vince from the Red Elephants. He's always discussing a serious topic. He's usually doing his content. He doesn't, there's not a lot of wacky behind the scenes footage of Vince.
I heard him laughing through the phone.
I've never heard him laugh like this in my life. It was one of those where a guy who's normally very button up and serious is laughing so hard that you just start laughing and you're like, no, he's like, oh my God, he didn't have that like 6 months ago. I'm like, yeah, he has it now. And he's like, oh my God.
He was laughing like Ben Shapiro on election night.
We were all laughing at it. He goes, dude, honestly, you said it. He goes, and I just thought you were making a joke, but he really.
All right. Take this seriously, man. Come on.
Sorry.
All right, cool. All right.
And you know what, tell Vince?
So I guess
I'm here, homies. Forget the red elephants. I'm Izrayel. We never gonna die. We support Israel to the fullest. The righteous remnant of Israel. And fuck the red elephants, homies.
All right. Well, that was clarifying.
Like, what else do you say at that point? You're like, all right, whatever.
Okay, fuck the red, I guess. Then fuck them, I guess.
I think the funniest part of this whole night, right, is how many times we just didn't give anybody, like, again, I just walked away from him. I didn't worry about him trying to get on me. Like, we turned our backs to so many. Israel.
Israel.
But what a just a fucking.
Oh, bud, what a weekend.
Mob Tech. Is that guy real? Mob Tech. How the fuck do you think I felt? Now, I was already familiar with Harim's antics. Like, I kind of knew he was the Sephardic pro-Jewish homeboy, but I didn't know he was that. Like, I've seen him I didn't realize he was an Aziz Ansari character. Can Aziz play him in the movie about us?
Apparently,
nah, we don't want girls on set getting harassed.
No, you're right. You talking shit about Israel, Holmes? And by the way, this lady behind him, we got to give a shout out. She was really sweet. This is the senator candidate.
Yeah, I got her congressional candidate. I got her information. I have a card.
We have a lot of information.
Yeah, pardon anybody that we met for 2 minutes that night and forgot the name. It was a bit intense. It was a bit intense.
Wait till you see the Hammy's already put in that video together. Wait
it's like a Mersh walks. It just says, "All right," and walks away. Like, the fuck did I just say?
Yeah, look,
I really.
Your face is great here.
Fullest, the righteous remnant of Israel.
I'm trying not to
Fuck
smile.
the red elephants, homies.
All right. Well, that was clarified,
Guys,
Listen,
you have seen me how many times? Like riff. I'm good at riffing.
There's the face.
I'm very. There's
the face, right? Like, okay.
Guys, you know that, like, again, with prank calls, with going into IRL stuff, interviewing people, usually people talk and I can riff with them and I'll have a good comeback. That was one of the few times in my life I was like, okay. My brain was going. It was scanning. It was just scanning everything, and it was going where. You know what it is? It's like when you when they say, like, for instance, that Sophia robot. They're like, that's true AI. She's learning, and you're like, no, we're still way off. it was like making one of those AIs just sit there for a minute and go, blink, blink,
so
blink, blink, and it just never says anything. It's like my limited
actually,
data.
Mike's actual quote when he saw the Star of David was, "Didn't seem like anything at all to me." No, but then you walk back up to him. So what happened when because this isn't on camera, you walk back up to him later, and what happened? Like maybe a minute afterwards?
Here's the thing, too. I didn't go back up to him. Like Gibson, I went up to. Him, I didn't go up to. What happened was I went outside for smoke.
Yeah, okay, there it is. That's right.
So I went out to have a cigarette, smoking. There was a guy that knew him that was talking to me. We were just having a smoke, and then they're talking. And he seemed a bit calmer at that point. So I'm having my cigarette. He didn't seem like any beef. So I just said to him, I was like, hey, man, by the way, no, I didn't mean no disrespect or anything when I came over earlier. I just wanted to clarify some shit. I had a lot of people in the chat room. They're asking the same fucking question over and over again. I want to squash it.
Right.
Immediately goes back. Yo, fuck you, homie. And if I hear anything anti-Semitic out of your mouth, and then he stops, and I was like, what? And I sit my beer, and he's like, what you mean, what, homie? And I was like, what are you going to do? And I was super calm about it. I was Augustus Invictus talking to Rachel Janik calm. I was just like, I mean, what are you going to do if I say something anti-Semitic? I was like, I'm not planning on it. But let's say I call an audible later. What are you going to do about it? And he goes, bruh, I'm not a violent guy, man. And I was like, okay, but to be fair, you are implying violence right now. It's implied violence. I'm like,
it's the implication.
And I was explaining it since the beginning of time. If somebody goes, if you fucking say that one more time and you trail off, it's the universal sign for violence is going to occur.
Of course, yeah.
And then that's when he's like, time for these homes. And he just walks away. And I'm like, all right. He said something. And then I was like, and then the friend was like, just be easy. And I was like, that's fine, but I don't like being fucking disrespected like that. Like, I don't like when, I find it disrespectful when guys go like, if you do this, you're gonna what? Like, I'm not scared of you, and I don't like you implying that I am. You know what I mean? Like, I'll take, dude, I almost said the K word just to spite him to take the punch. You know what I mean? I almost was gonna be like, and do it like the ancient aliens guys. K words. So let's see what he does. I didn't do it, but again, like, fucking threaten me.
Was
dude.
this disrespectful though? Uber guy, arm around. Look at that SPLC. Whoop whoop.
I love Uber guy.
Uber guy's our fucking boy. Yeah. Uber guy's gonna be on our show. He really was cool, even off camera. The guy's a really good dude.
The guy never stopped smiling the whole time.
So great.
It was like a genuinely amused, like, god damn these.
And I felt so bad for this fucking manager, man. Didn't you feel bad for him?
I think he was. I gotta lie. I ain't gonna lie. I think Uber guy was just a little impressed at like how these two nobodies sat down and created so much shit without doing any. And he was the thing that Uber guy kept stressing to me was how little we said or did anything to anyone. And he's like, that is, wow, man, you just came in and sat down and this whole place just erupted. I'm like, yeah, no, it's got that effect on people. And he was just laughing about it.
Oh, fuck, this was. I love the bike helmet there. There was a bike helmet there because somebody was wearing it because they were worried they're going to get hit with Antifa. That's why there was a bike helmet there.
That's not enough. He needs to go where I'm going. All right.
Hey, but at least you get to keep your popcorn. Yeah. Mike, it's about that time.
And after we take what we want, we coming for the gold. SPLC, we coming for you, nigga. Write that down in your little notebook, you fucking skank.
Thank you for listening, everybody. We appreciate it. RevengeOfTheSys.com/donate. How you help us out. Streamlabs.com/RevengeOfTheSys if you want to help out our SPLC fund. Want to become a monthly subscriber? That really helps us out. Patreon.com/We'reNotSorry. Gonna buy something on Amazon? Go to RevengeOfTheSys.com and click the banner ad. We get a piece of whatever you get. Nightwave tonight?
Yes, Nightwave at 9. 9 until
Not 9.
question mark?
I do. Tonight's Wednesday.
Oh, it is going to be. It's going to be, I guess, a late one then.
Yeah. Hippo Juice at 8 o'clock,
Sorry,
if you
I
want to
totally
check that.
forgot it was Wednesday.
I'm More Like Radio. It is Wednesday.
All right, but you need to actually do Hippo
I'm
Juice.
going to do it for real.
All right.
I have to.
Don't make me cancel Nightwave
No.
and not do Hippo Juice.
Hippo Juice at 8 p.m. YouTube.com/More Like Radio. You can subscribe there. Anything else we need to plug? All right. See you guys tomorrow.